O people of Baha, render ye victorious this wronged one, who hath been sore tried in the hands of the workers of iniquity. He verily will aid everyone that aideth him, and will remember everyone that remembereth him. To this beareth witness this tablet, that had shed the splendor of the loving kindness of your Lord, the all-glorious, the all-compelling.
My God, my adored one, my King, my desire, what tongue can voice my thanks to thee? I was heedless, thou didst awaken me. I had turned back from thee, thou didst graciously aid me to turn towards thee. I was as one dead, thou didst quicken me with the water of life. I was withered, thou didst revive me with the heavenly stream of thine utterance, which hath flowed forth from the pen of the All-Merciful. O divine providence, all existence is begotten by thy bounty. Deprive it not of the waters of thy generosity, neither do thou withhold it from the ocean of thy mercy. I beseech thee to aid and assist me at all times and under all conditions, and seek from heaven of thy grace thine ancient favor. Thou art, in truth, the Lord of bounty and the sovereign of the kingdom of eternity. Baha'u'llah.
O thou compassionate Lord, thou who art generous and able, we are servants of thine, sheltered beneath thy providence. Cast thy glance of favor upon us. Give light to our eyes, hearing to our ears, and understanding and love to our hearts. Render our souls joyous and happy through thy glad tidings. O Lord, point out to us the pathway of thy kingdom, and resuscitate all of us through the breaths of the Holy Spirit. Bestow upon us life everlasting, and confer upon us never-ending honor. Unify mankind and illumine the world of humanity. May we all follow thy pathway, long for thy good pleasure, and seek the mysteries of thy kingdom. O God, unite us and connect our hearts with thy indissoluble bond. Verily, thou art the giver, thou art the kind one, and thou art the Almighty. Abdul-Baha.
O Lord our God, we are helpless. Thou art the Lord of strength and power. We are wretched. Thou art the Almighty, the All-Glorious. We are poor. Thou art the All-Possessing, the Most Generous. Graciously assist us in our servitude to thy sacred threshold, and aid us through thy strengthening grace to worship thee at the dawning place of thy paradise. Enable us to define thy holy fragrances amongst thy creatures, and strengthen our loins to serve thee amidst thy servants, so that we may guide all nations to thy most great name, and lead all peoples to the shores of thy glorious ocean of thy oneness. O Lord, deliver us from the attachments of the world and its peoples, from the transgressions of the past, and from the afflictions yet to come, that we may arise to exalt thy word with the utmost joy and radiance, and celebrate thy praise in the daytime and in the night season, that we may summon all people to the way of guidance, and enjoin them to observe righteousness, and that we may chant the verses of thy unity amidst all thy creation. Potent art thou to do what thou pleasest. Thou art verily the Almighty, the most powerful.
Praise be to thee, O Lord my God. Thou seest and knowest that I have called upon thy servants to turn nowhere except in the direction of thy bestowals, and have bidden them observe not save the things thou didst prescribe in thy perspicuous book, the book which hath been sent down according to thine inscrutable decree and irrevocable purpose. I can utter no word, O my God, unless I be permitted by thee, and can move in no direction until I obtain thy sanction. It is thou, O my God, who hast called me into being through the power of thy might, and hast endued me with thy grace to manifest thy cause. Wherefore I have been subjected to such adversities that my tongue hath been hindered from extolling thee and from magnifying thy glory. All praise be to thee, O my God, for the things thou didst ordain for me. Through thy decree and by the power of thy sovereignty, I beseech thee that thou wilt fortify both myself and them that love thee in our love for thee, and wilt keep us firm in thy cause. I swear by thy might, O my God, thy servant's shame is to be shut out as by a veil from thee, and his glory is to know thee. Armed with the power of thy name, nothing can ever hurt me. And with thy love in my heart, all the world's afflictions can in no wise alarm me. Send down, therefore, O my Lord, upon me and upon my loved ones, that which will protect us from the mischief of those that have repudiated thy truth and disbelieved in thy signs. Thou art verily the all-glorious, the most bountiful. Baha'u'llah.
O my God, the God of bounty and mercy, thou art that King by whose commanding word the whole creation hath been called into being. And thou art that all-bountiful one, the doings of whose servants have never hindered him from showing forth his grace, nor have they frustrated the revelations of his bounty. Suffer this servant, I beseech thee, to attain unto that which is the cause of his salvation in every world of thy worlds. Thou art verily the Almighty, the most powerful, the all-knowing, the all-wise. Baha'u'llah.
O ye friends of God, because in this most momentous of ages, the Sun of Truth, Baha'u'llah, hath risen at the highest point of the spring equinox and cast its rays on every clime, it shall kindle such tremendous excitement, it shall release such vibrations in the world of being, it shall stimulate such growth and development, it shall stream out with such a glory of light, and clouds of grace shall pour down. Such plentiful waters and fields and plains shall teem with such a galaxy of sweet-smelling plants and blossoms, that this lowly earth will become the Apa kingdom, and this nether world the world above. Then will this fleck of dust be the vast circle of the skies, this human place the palace court of God, this spot of clay, the dayspring of the endless favors of the Lord of Lords. Wherefore, O loved ones of God, make ye a mighty effort till you yourselves betoken this achievement and all these confirmations, and become focal centers of God's blessings, day springs of the light of his unity, promoters of the gifts and graces of civilized life. Be ye in that land vanguards of the perfections of humankind. Bilpa.
It is evident that nothing short of this mystic transformation could cause such spirit and behavior, so utterly unlike their previous habits and manners, to be manifest in the world of being. For their agitation was turned into peace, their doubt into certitude, their timidity into courage. Such is the potency of the divine elixir, which swift as the twinkling of an eye transmuteth the souls of men. For instance, consider the substance of copper. Were to be protected in its own mind from becoming solidified, it within the space of 70 years attain to the state of gold. There are some, however, who maintain that copper itself is gold, which by becoming solidified is in a diseased condition, and hath not therefore reached its own state. Be that as it may, the real elixir will, in one instant, cause the substance of copper to attain the state of gold, and will traverse the 70-year stages in a single moment. Could this gold be called copper? Could it be claimed that it hath not attained the state of gold, whilst the touchstone is at hand to assay it and distinguish it from copper? Baha'u'llah.
Thou seest, O Lord, our suppliant hands lifted towards the heaven of thy favor and bounty. Grant that they may be filled with the treasures of thy magnificence and beautiful favor. Forgive us and our fathers and our mothers, and fulfill whatsoever we have desired from the ocean of thy grace and divine generosity. Accept, O beloved of our hearts, all our works in thy path. Thou art verily the most powerful, the most exalted, the incomparable, the one, the forgiving, the gracious. Baha'u'llah.
The following supplication should be read by the teachers and the friends daily. O thou kind Lord, praise be unto thee that thou hast shown us the highway of guidance, opened the doors of the kingdom and manifested thyself through the Son of reality. To the blind thou hast given sight, to the deaf thou hast granted hearing, thou hast resuscitated the dead, thou hast enriched the poor, thou hast shown the way to those who have gone astray. Thou hast led those with parched lips to the fountain of guidance. Thou hast suffered the thirsty fish to reach the ocean of reality, and thou hast invited the wandering birds to the rose garden of grace. O thou Almighty, we are thy servants and thy poor ones. We are remote and yearn for thy presence, are athirst for the waters of thy fountain. We are ill, longing for thy healing. We are walking in thy path and have no aim or hope save the diffusion of thy fragrance, so that all souls may raise the cry of, O God, guide us to the straight path. May their eyes be opened to behold the light, and may they be freed from the darkness of ignorance. May they gather around the lamp of guidance. May every portionless one receive a share. May the deprived ones become the confidants of thy mysteries. O Almighty, look upon us with a glance of mercifulness. Grant us heavenly confirmation. Bestow upon us the breath of the Holy Spirit, so that we may be assisted in thy service, and like unto brilliant stars, shine in these regions with the light of thy guidance. Verily, thou art the powerful, the mighty, the wise, and the seeing. Abdul Baha.